Welcome to the LUCRATIVE Podcast. I'm the host, the one and only Magneto 7 in the building. I'm gonna change that up every week. I'm playing with if I'm gonna sing it. I don't know if I'm gonna sing it. I don't know if I'm gonna rap it. I don't know if I'm gonna just chant it. I don't know what we're gonna do. But welcome to another week. This is episode 139. And I said that with confidence, but I'm not sure if it's actually 139 or 140. We're going to see. But anyway, welcome to another episode of the LUCRATIVE Podcast. If y'all are watching this on YouTube on the playback, listen, I suggest that you go follow me on Instagram. You follow me, join the super chats, which is kind of a closed community. But I suggest you do one of these because the pre-show before the actual show is fire. And if anybody asks, you hear my voice. I've been screaming. What's how the rest of the song go? Angela, how the rest of the song go? Beyonce, I've been up all night. But anyway, welcome to another episode. I'm about to shout everybody out. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun today because I have a lot of pretty cool subjects. Also, I must add, all of my new artists that have been sending me messages on Instagram and on TikTok and showing love. Big bro, last night was life-changing. I'll be like, okay, appreciate you. I really appreciate your involvement in my platform. We got to reword the last night was pretty, it was crazy, it was insane. It was breathtaking. If somebody read the message, they might get the wrong idea. That's all I'm saying. If somebody else reads the message, they might get the wrong idea. They don't know what last night was all about. We talk about music, huh? We talking about music. Put that Terrence Howard on. We talking about that music. All right, let's go to super chat though. My crowd is hot too. My crowd is like, big dog. All right, let's see. Darius, what up? Big Tim, what up? Mikey Mike in a funky bunch. What up, bruh? Angela, what's going on with you? Tadrina, welcome back. And Clayton, your name is Clayton for real? Like Clayton, what up? I'm sorry, y'all. I be telling y'all that ADHD. I be like, wait. Last time I saw Clayton Bigsby. What y'all know about Clayton Bigsby? I felt it. Yo, CEO J Cross, I felt it coming up. I was about to say, ooh, get him, get that boy. All right, anyway. All right, Cheryl, what's going on with you? I'm going over to TikTok. Cheryl, what up? CEO J Cross in the building. Richard, what up? Big Trey Kelly. Put some respect on his name, man. Who else we got? Reese. What up? Let me see who else we got. I didn't see Tim. Jesus saved me. Hey. Jesus saved you in what, huh? Hey, CLJ Cross. Every time somebody just put Jesus saves me or something as their screen name, I just automatically assume they were like in their prayer closet, right? Which is like laundry room sometimes in some people's house, or the kitchen pantry, but whatever. They were in their prayer closet and they said, big Jesus, thank God. They just start crying and they start bawling. Oh, thank you, God. Snot coming out. I imagine if you are deep enough to put Jesus save me as your screen name, that's how I imagine you getting saved. But if that wasn't, welcome to the body of Christ. Welcome. I love you. So look, we're going to do this. I did tell everybody, again, if you ain't following me, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not following me on any other platforms, you are literally missing out on gems, huh? And I'm not talking about like Slim Jims, like the stuff you eat. I'm talking about them nuggets. Like when I come in the room, everybody on Super Chats, everybody on TikTok, y'all know, y'all can vouch for me. When I come into the room, everybody just be like this. Look at all of those stones. And I just walk. I imagine me walking through a crowd like I'm Prince, right? and I'm hovering, I'm hovering in the crowd, I'm floating, and I'm picking off gems off my arm, and I'm throwing them like this. You get a gem. You get a gem. You get a gem. That's how I imagine. Yes, Prince with the purple. I got purple on. I imagine me being like Prince, because again, if you're not following me on all the other platforms, you're kind of missing out, and you're just looking at this on YouTube on the playback. I give out so much free stuff throughout the week because guess why? I know the free stuff will always come back, and I also know that the free stuff will help somebody else while they're in the middle of their process, whether they're transitioning into another career, whether they're transitioning into a different type of marketing strategy with their business, whether they're transitioning to another relationship. I know something that I have to say is going to benefit somebody at some point. So that's why I be like, yo, come through, follow me, share. That's why I do that, because I know that I'm going to give out some gems. Hold up, I forgot Twitcher. Twitcher, what up, boy? What that boy doing? Twitcher, what up? And I think I saw Nurse Bay in the building. What up? And the DM Emperor. Ooh, that sounds like a world traveler. That sounds like the infinite universe, like with Thanos, the Emperor. Yo, welcome. All right, so this episode again is brought to you by Grooming. If you need your hair, your hair clean, go ahead and get the Grooming. I don't have to sell y'all. Y'all know. Again, I don't sell nothing to nobody. Well, actually, if they pay for an ad, I have to talk about it on the pod. But anyway, if y'all know if y'all need y'all hair shaved, go ahead and get that Grooming. I'm gonna have the promo code in my bio on YouTube. Get the certain percentage off. I'm gonna try to get y'all 50% off. That might be a jump. But I'm going to attempt to get y'all more than that 15 or 10% off, because I want to see y'all use the product, and I want to see y'all post about the product, and then I want to see what y'all think. And then if it's trash to you, because it's good to me. But if it's trash to you, come back and be like, yo, Nito, that pomade razor ain't work for me. I'm like, oh, okay, well, sorry it didn't work for you. Hopefully I can find another sponsor that you like. All right. So anyway, welcome to another week. We have a lot to unpack. I have been looking at social media for the gemstones consistently, and it has just been a lot of stuff out. And I'm really going to attempt to only do an hour. I'm really going to attempt to do an hour. I'm really going to try to do that. But anyway, nevertheless, it has been a busy weekend, busy weekend for Uncle Shay Shake. Shouts out to Shannon Sharpe. And y'all are some lames. Everybody, every last one of y'all. Let's bring it in, because I want y'all to hear me clear. Every last one of y'all are some haters when it comes to how y'all looking at Uncle Shannon. Y'all some haters. Because guess what? This is what I want y'all to think about this. And we're going to get into the Shannon Sharpe and the Terry Crews interview first, and then we're going to talk about the money, because there's a lot of money moving. It's a lot of money, especially in the arts. It's a whole lot of money moving around, and I don't know if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, but y'all got to see it. Y'all just got to see it. But anyway, y'all are lame for talking about how y'all call it. I forgot. Hold up, Kayla. Hey, girl. Hey. But y'all are lame for saying that is, you know what? I'm on TikTok, so I'm not going to say certain code words because I don't want to get banned. Yo, ain't y'all proud of me? Everybody that follows me on TikTok, y'all got to be proud of me, because I have not gotten banned in a long time. It's been at least a month or two. Like I've stayed around. I stayed away from those code words. I haven't said certain things to offend certain people. I have been Will Smith. Well, not quite. I've been Jimmy Smith. I have been him. But yeah, I'm trying to make sure that we build the platform. Also, before we dig in on the Shannon Sharpe situation, I almost forgot. Everybody that's following me right now, everybody that's on YouTube, everybody that's on TikTok, make sure y'all go follow the Mad Lucrative Network page. The Mad Lucrative Network page on TikTok and the Mad Lucrative Network page on Instagram. Because this is the thing. This is what's going on. And I promise you we're gonna get to Shannon, but I got some preliminaries. And I got some deeper stuff to talk about, but I'm not gonna talk about it today. But I noticed, again, this is a thing that I've talked to my community about. And after I did my 3-day production challenge, shouts out to everybody that attended my 3-day production challenge. It was fire. It was fire. And I want to tell everybody else, all of the new producers that might want to be a producer, when y'all see me start to post the 3-day production challenge, go ahead and join. I'm even working out how y'all can do a payment plan, because I know some people might say $97 a lot, right? But for what you're going to get, and if you carry it out, like not just carry the one, I'm not being funny, but if you actually carry out a lot of the things that I cover in the class, you will get some footing in the business. Whether that's you figuring out how to build your brand on social media, whether that's you figuring out what product you need to offer, figuring out what circles you need to be in, you're going to find something in those 3 days that I'm going with y'all, right? So again, when y'all see me start to promote it, just go ahead and join. I will have a payment plan for some people that say the 97 is a lot. All my VIP members, the VIP, I'm going to be covering an extra hour. So I'm adding on a third hour for those people that might need the extra help by that. They have the extra questions and all that stuff. That will be for my VIP. But just the class alone is a lot. It is a lot of information. I'm trying to cram 13 years worth of information into 3 days. And that wasn't Illuminati. I'm just let y'all know. I'm trying to cram 13 years into 3 days. So, again, if y'all are interested, when y'all see me post, go ahead and show some love. Sign up. I want to see y'all there. All right, so what I was saying is this. With the whole situation with Shannon Sharpe, and y'all talking about how he was saucy, which I ain't gonna front. It was a little bit saucy. It was a little bit. I mean, okay, all right. Maybe he was about the crip walk. Maybe he was about the crip walk and he had his hands up like that. Cause if you got your hands up like that, that's the same thing. You about the crip walk. You like that, bam, 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 bam. Right? That may have been. If you're watching this on YouTube, I was moving my legs like this. That might be what he was about to do. That's one thing. But the other thing is this. The other side of that is this. I notice that a lot of people choose to hate on certain things that they think is not achievable. A lot of people hate on certain things that they think is not achievable. You got to be blind to see that Shannon Sharpe ain't Diesel in his 50s. He is Regal Diesel, right? Y'all hating. If y'all had the same type of body, I'm talking to the dudes. If a lot of us dudes had the same type of body type, you're gonna wear the same thing. I promise you. If you don't do that, then you're gonna be wearing a tank top every day, and you're gonna have the 50 Cent. You're gonna have the 50 Cent wife beater on. You're gonna do it because guess what? You work for the body. So you want to show it off. You work for the body, and you want to show it off, right? Oh, yeah, Angela, I saw your question, too. Angela, this is for all my business owners, all of my business owners that did see my clip on TikTok and on Instagram this morning. If you want to, we're not doing that. But all my business owners that might want me to give them the coaching call while I'm on the live, just send an email to Mad Lucrative Podcast at gmail.com. Send an email to that because what I want to do, I want to actually get your audio and I want to actually talk to you. Now, if you don't want to talk and you just want to put your business in the chat and we go back and forth like that, we can do that too. I am here to help you. I'm here to help you. So, and I'm only doing 3 businesses today. At some point in the pod, I'm going to pick the business. See, there it is again. I'm going to pick the business, and then we're going to start talking, and I'm going to start sharing all the information that you might need, and I'm going to help you troubleshoot what you might be doing wrong. Whatever you might be doing wrong, I'm going to help you troubleshoot that, all right? So, let's dig into it. Everybody that sent me the clips, I appreciate y'all for contributing to the platform. All of these are contributions, and I'm grateful for that. All of these are contributions, and I'm grateful for that. So, we're gonna talk club Shay, Shannon Sharpe interview with Terry Crews. This This particular interview, Lord Jesus, this particular interview, everybody on YouTube, my apologies. I'm a busy man. But anyway, everybody on YouTube that may have sent me the clips of Shannon Sharpe with Terry Crews. This is fire. We're about to bust this down because it's a lot of nuggets in there that I want every musician, I want every artist to take away. It's a lot of nuggets in here. All right, so here's the first one. We're going to bust this clip down, and we're going to bust this clip down first. Let's see. All right, check it out. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. 2 taps, turn time now. 1 time now, step. Turn. All right, here we go.
It was me, Cat Williams, sitting next to each other in a little bitty room. And he was like, man, come on in, we got this. Because Tiny Lister didn't want to do, my good friend.
Yeah.
God bless his soul.
Yeah.
Tiny Lister didn't want to do the third one. And they said, we got a new character, a guy named Damon, and the whole thing. I was like, and see, you got to understand too, I had nothing to lose.
Right.
Like when I say nothing to lose, I came in there like Craig and Day Day. Just the niggas I want to see, you know. Bro, I had nothing. I went back to Flint on them. I was like, oh, this is where I came. But these are the cats I knew.
Right.
And I came in there, man, and off the cube, everybody like, ah, they're like, oh. And then Cat came in and just the audition. And they said, you in. And Friday after next. Listen, I saw Cube probably about a month ago. And I walked up to him, man. I said, dude, thank you. I said, you have no idea how many careers you started just by giving us that shot.
Right.
A lot of people never, ever really give props where props is due.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they're like, well, I didn't get that much money, but dude, that was my start.
Yep.
Well, listen, I was in a little bitty cubicle. Man, I was just thankful. I was walking around. And listen, and what was so crazy is me and Cat was homeless at the time.
Wow.
So Cat was living in his trailer. And me and Cat said, hey, man, and I remember talking to Cat, I said, Cat, I said, we never get another opportunity. We got to make sure they remember us. I said, because we the 2 new cats in this whole thing. They know everybody else.
Right.
But I said, but it's me and you. And remember, man, I was not going to let what happened in my football career happen to my entertainment career.
Huh?
When people see that scene in Friday After Next, look, you turn the sound down, it ain't a comedy.
Right.
We was crying.
Right.
We were deep. They was so in it. He was crying. I was crying. People were sitting by the monitors like, what are we looking at right now?
Did you know Cat prior to that?
Nope, not at all.
And you guys became pretty cool after
We became amazing friends.
This is
And
amazing.
what's so crazy, I used to watch him because we, you know, remember a movie, when you shoot a movie, then you got to wait a year and a half for it to come out.
Correct.
So you just wait, like people, you're like, man, well, I got this thing coming. They're like, yeah, right, whatever.
Right.
and you know what's so funny? After Friday After Next, I had to go back doing security. I had to go back.
Right.
Because I didn't have nothing else to turn to.
Right.
But I knew it was coming.
Right.
And what was so crazy, I would do commercials and different things, but I would go watch Cat Williams at the Hollywood Park Casino.
Yo.
He had his own room.
Yo.
And this man was the funniest man I ever seen, which was crazy. And then I'll never forget when he started selling out the Universal Amphitheater and watching them blow up. This is another thing too, to watch people all
Gems.
It's funny because I see kids that's been on set and now they're superstars now. You know, like Tyler James Williams is now a superstar.
Right.
You know, I've watched people, this is the, you never know what's going to happen. It was me.
All right, yo, listen. That right there, that's the first clip. Jeez Louise. We got to unpack that. All right, so listen. If y'all didn't, I know everybody pretty much heard that because we've been working on the audio. I know y'all heard it because I could hear it, and I know y'all hear it. But anyway, so look, this is the thing. We all know, and we all have heard these stories from different entertainers that say, I got pushed over, I didn't get paid what I was supposed to get paid. And I won't say that they play in the Victim Olympics. I won't say that they're trying to play the sob story. I won't say that. What I will say is I believe a lot of people that's in the entertainment space lack perspective. I think a lot of people in the entertainment space, there's musicians, there's actors whoever it is, I feel like a lot of us, and I'll say us, I'll put me into the category because I did have the mindset of, well, they trying to get over on me. I was like that one time, I would say a long time ago, a while ago. I say a while ago. I was like that at one point, but let's do this. Perspective is everything, but let's do this. What happens if you stay there forever? That's the scary part. What happens if we get into the space where an opportunity has been provided for us and we actually deliver on the thing? We actually deliver on the thing and we never change perspectives. What happens if we never change perspectives and the opportunity comes? I just want us to think about that. That's the first point right there. That's the first point. Because this is the thing. I know for a fact it's a lot of musicians and it's a lot of actors that get into the business. And granted, the business is going to keep businessing up front. Is that a word? Businessing? The business is going to always business. So it's up to us to figure out, okay, how much of this can I actually take? How much of this do I actually need? How much can I actually take? How much of this do I actually need? And then how many of the networks are going to push me to the next step? That's the thing. Because this is why I look at it. I look at it. I look at everything like this. If we go to the doctor, if we went to the doctor, right? And you say, hey, doc, I don't know what's going on. I got a lump right here on my neck. I got a lump right here. Doc, can you check it out for me? Doc, can you check it out for me? And you're gonna beg the doctor to check you. And then the doctor's going to check you. They're going to say, okay, this is what I think is going on. And you're going to walk out. You're going to pay for your prescription. And it's going to get better. That's the hope that it gets better. These doctors these days, I don't know. And I got to stop doing that. Because YouTube is killing my algorithm when I do that. So anyway. So we never really placed the time that it took for the doctor to become the doctor. We got to think about the time that it took for the doctor to become the doctor. We're looking at least 8 to 10 years, right? We're looking at least 8 to 10 years. Where the doctor not only did the doctor go to school and pay to go to school. Not only did the doctor go to school and pay to go to school, he spent all of these years honing in on the craft. So when he graduates, he can help all of these people and deliver on the promise of being the medical doctor, the medicine man, the dentist, or whatever, the lawyer. You go through school all of this time so you can have all of these things together. That's the reason for this, right? So why do we think that when it comes to other industries, that don't apply to us? I want y'all to really think about that. Why do we think that when we go to other industries that the same method and the same amount of time that you spend on the art or whatever that is you do don't apply? It applies. And sometimes, this is the thing, and I know Terry Crews said something about it on another clip. I don't know if it's on one of these, but because these are the clips that people sent me on Instagram. So, but yeah, this is the thing. Why would we think we're going to get paid out the rip? You're not going to get a big check off the rip. Matter of fact, on one of these clips, Terry Crews was talking about how he was just the bodyguard. I mean, not the bodyguard, but he was just the security guard standing on post, doing his job with a smile. He's serving with a smile, right? Hey, sir, here go your keys right here, man. Your car good. And watch this. This is the other thing. This is another thing. The lesson on humility. The lesson of humility. That's another thing that he pointed out. And I don't know if people, we got to stop watching podcasts and movies just to watch the movie or the podcast. We got to watch these shows for the content. A lot of them have content and they have jewels. It's right there for you to get. All you got to do is just get the joints. You go, oh, yo, appreciate. Oh my God, boy, you just giving out them gems. It's up to us to pick up the gems, because this is another thing, and I'm gonna get back to the humility piece, because that's a big piece in this interview. But when it comes to humility, and when it comes to being grateful and showing gratitude to the people that might not only give you the opportunity, but for the people that supported you. I think a lot of the times, Nito the Jewel, appreciate it, guy. But I think a lot of the times we get so engulfed into our day-to-day life. We get so engulfed into, well, if I made this post went up and I ain't get a 1,000 likes, then it ain't wrong. Why y'all want to support me? Why y'all want to support me? Versus looking at the 100 people that did like it, looking at the 3 people that did like the post. We have to stop disregarding the people that actually support us, and cause this is how I look at it. If we feed into the people that support us on a consistent basis, whether that's on social media, whether that's in real life, spending money with you, whether that's a customer that gave you a referral, whether that's somebody that just opened the door for you. These are regular things. These are regular things that we go through every day. But if we don't lean on the people and show those people the utmost respect and show them, yo, I see you. I appreciate you supporting me, and I'm going to do this thing for you, whatever the thing is. I'm going to do this for you because guess what? I just want to show you that I love you and I appreciate you. What do you think will happen with our crime rate in the world, the whole world? What do you think will happen with our crime rate if people just acknowledge the small stuff and be grateful for the small stuff? Everybody will be on such a high frequency. I wouldn't be surprised if we start having 3-year-olds coming out ready to be building contractors. Got to be extreme. Got to think something extreme. I wouldn't be surprised because I just believe that when you operate on that high frequency on a consistent basis and you keep giving people stuff, you keep giving. And guess what? I really doubt the average human is just going to take all of this stuff and not show appreciation. It's gonna dwindle down to the next person, then the next person, and the next person. So that's one of my points. That's one of my points with this interview. And also, I don't know if that was this clip that we just played, but if it wasn't, we're gonna keep talking. But this is the other thing. When the opportunity comes, don't crap on it. Don't belittle the opportunity. The opportunity to serve somebody is such a big component. It is one of the biggest components to success that I've seen to this day. Why would we think that, and I'm going to go to the God side, right? What up? I'm going to go to the God side of it, right? Why do we think that the Bible would say treat your neighbor as yourself or love thy neighbor, all of that stuff, right? Why do you think that's one of the simplest parts of the Bible? That's simple. Love thy neighbor as yourself. Like, it's easy. It's easy. It's simple. Think about how many layers. Think about how many layers is just within that statement. Think about it. What up, Mo Money Jug? What up? Think about how many layers is in that statement. Peel it back. All right, cool. We're going to peel it back. If you love your neighbor as yourself, or you love your neighbor like it's your family, or you love your neighbor like it's your brother, you love your neighbor like it's your husband, your wife, your kid, whatever. You love your neighbor that way, right? What do you think the feeling that you get from loving that person is going to be? And then they turn around and love you back. They turn around and love you back. Oh, so you love me too. I love you too. Wow, this is crazy. And we neighbors. We're neighbors. All right, cool. I fell on hard times. You fell on hard times. Man, this is crazy. What we going to do? We pull together and we start helping each other because guess what? We showed love in the beginning. We showed that we were together on this whole situation in the beginning, like Cat Williams and like the Terry Crews situation. They knew that the opportunity was there for them to play the role in the movie, but it was bigger than the role. It was bigger than the role. And then another part, and we got to get to the next clip. I could be on this pod for an hour, 2 hours easily. The next part of it was this. Did y'all notice how Terry Crews said this with a smile? The mother smile. I didn't cuss. I did not cuss. He said it with a smile. Listen to this. I don't know if you picked up on it. He said, well, yeah, after we did the Friday movie, it was a little bit of lapse of time. I had to go back to being a security guard. I had to go back to being a security guard so I could go ahead, I got to take care of my family. I do this. But Cat was starting to do stadiums. I went to go see Cat perform at so-and-so. He was phenomenal. He didn't do like a lot of us do. A lot of us do this. Your friend pops off a little bit before you do. And a little bit before you could be a year, could be 2 years, could be 3 years. It could be a little minute. But your friend pops before you. How many of us say, man, shoot, man, this mother always done it, man. Man, God, why? Why, God? Why, God? You ain't looking out for me? Why you ain't looking out? Instead of showing gratitude for God elevating that friend and then knowing that your time is coming. We got to change the perspective. We can't ever look at somebody else's day 26. No pun intended. We can't look at somebody else's day 26 to our first day. They had a lot more processing. They had a lot more processing going on before your day one even started. You hadn't even started your day one and they're on their day 26. Your day one started 2 years before their day 26. Or 2 years after their day 26. And a lot of the preachers say this, the same thing. They'll say, well, my overnight success only took 3 years. My overnight success only took 3 years, right? If you don't catch the joke is you have to have a certain amount of patience and patience while doing the work. You have to have both, because there's another jewel in this clip. When Terry Crews said after he got kicked out, and this is the other thing. I'm hooked on your show, bro. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. But this is another thing. When Terry Crews came out and he said, well, yeah, man, after he got kicked out or he didn't get back into football, he didn't get, I want to say cast again, but what is it when they get football? What is it? When he didn't get picked up. He didn't get picked up by another team, right? When he said that part, I said, wow. He said, and he fell into a deep depression because him and his family had to move from place to place to place to place. And he was waiting for the next opportunity. But guess what? He didn't get picked up on the NFL team. His wife reminded him of the dream. You got to have people in your space to remind you. You got to have people in your space to remind you who you are sometimes. Sometimes you will lose track of where you are in life. You're going to lose track. So the more important part is having those people that's patient with you and not just calling you a baby or calling you, you whining about the same thing over and over. Though, if you got those type of people in your corner, get them out of your corner. Those ain't the people that you need in your corner. Those ain't the people you need in your corner. You got to have people that have seen you at the pinnacle. They've seen you at the pinnacle and they see the new work ethic towards the thing. For me, I will take me for instance. I have talked 1,000 times about me getting that Grammy over there. I've talked 1,000 times about how I felt after I got the Grammy and how I felt after going broke after getting a Grammy, and then how I felt about trying to get up to the next level and having to start new businesses. And that business may have failed. That business may have took a little time off. Like, then me going to get a day job, digging holes, serving the customers. Did I complain? Maybe a little. Did I complain? Maybe a little. But when it came to the premise of why I was doing the thing, and then me knowing that I'm not gonna always be over here digging holes. I'm not gonna always be just the maintenance worker. I'm going to come off of this at some point, and after I come off of this, there's going to be a story attached to it that somebody else might be able to identify with. You have to understand timing of it all. And I think that's my main point. We have to understand timing. We have to understand being prepared for when the time comes. Because like my mentor, Myron Golden, would say, your time is going to come whether you're prepared or unprepared. Your time will come. Now, when your time comes, will it expose you or will it amplify your voice and take you to the next level? That's up to you. Either way, your time will come. So me having that concept in the back of my brain consistently makes me understand, okay, all right, this might be a slow moment. If the YouTube number's down, okay, the YouTube number's down, but guess what? I got to keep delivering. If the TikTok or Instagram or whatever the numbers are, if the numbers are down, all right, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You're vetted into the process. This is the time period where I am getting the doctorate's degree in grit. I'm getting the doctorate's degree in helping people and understanding, okay, you're going through this. Oh, I went through that back in '08. Oh, you got the report on something? Oh, I went through that too. Oh, you got foreclosure? Oh, you feel sad, right? You got a 400 credit score? Oh, I did that too. Come talk to me. This is the stuff that people have to talk about more. We have to talk about this more because I think a lot of people see what's going on online. They see the celebrity. They see the uber successful influencer, and they say, well, since they doing $1 million and they got the Ferrari, oh man, they ain't got the Porsche, and they got the 15,000 square foot house. When is my time? And we start complaining. And we start to slow down the process. We start to slow down the process of God blessing us with stuff. We start slowing down the process of God blessing us with new circles of people that's going to feed into our lives. We slow the process down because we're complaining instead of doing the work to become the person that we need to be so we can take charge of the opportunity that's coming. It's a lot. Like I said, this is a phenomenal pod. There's a lot of gems in here. But all right, let's go to the next clip. All right. Let's see. All right. It says something went wrong. Ah, man. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I pull this joint up. If everybody in the super chat, do y'all still hear me? Everybody in the super chat, y'all still hear me, right? Just want to make sure y'all still hear me. Let's see. COJ Cross, what up? Feed the birds, what up? D says life itself is a process. That's right. And we cannot disregard that process. The process. Another thing why this clip is pulling up. We have to stop complaining about some of the things that we can control. Now, I do understand that a lot of us are not in a position of power, and we can't technically make the decision to, like, you can't give yourself a deal. I get that part. Speaking for artists, I understand that you can't give yourself a deal. I get that part. But when it comes to the perspective and you leading up to the deal, we can control that part. Perspective. I honestly believe that the more we go harder for the dream, and the more we go harder for the people that might be attached to the dream, the easier. I'm sorry, y'all, I can't pull the clips up, so my apologies. I can't pull the clips up. Any of the small businesses that wanted me to do the coaching call with y'all, I don't know what's going on with the net right now. It's something weird going on with it. It's like I lost connection. So, worst case scenario, y'all could just put y'all's questions in the chat. And I still see the super chat going, so we good on that. But if you got any questions for the businesses, then I'll still help you via the chat. Same thing over here on TikTok. I can help you go on the chat. Because I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi. All right, but anyway. So that, yeah, I would suggest everybody, dang, I took that long. My apologies. But the whole premise of the Terry Crews and the Shannon Sharpe episode, it's a masterclass on how to get to the next level. It's a masterclass on how to get to the next level. And not only that, I think his first role, he said that at one time when Ice Cube was shooting, I think next Friday or one of the Fridays, Ice Cube was shooting. That's when he was just a security guard. He was just a security guard, serving with the smile. He said he got out of shape. He got out of shape, got depressed. Guess what? We all do. We all get out of shape. We all get depressed. We all go through stuff, right? But he picked it up. He picked himself up, started working on himself again. And when the opportunity came, it was in the form of him doing security. Well, no, he wasn't doing security. He got invited to a set. And I'm talking about Terry Crews still. He got invited to a set. The film director saw him just standing over there while Terry was just admiring Denzel doing Training Day. He was just like, yo, he killing this part. He doing his thing, right? He doing all of that. Admiring. Just chilling, admiring, showing gratitude, right? The film director sees him and says, hey, bro, you pretty big. You want to be in this scene? Terry says, yeah, I want to be in the scene. He said, all right, cool. Take your shirt off. I know you got a tank top on. I can see the tank top. I want you to stand over there and just mean mug him. And that was the start. That was the start. He got that for free. That happened for free. That movie ended up going, I think he said that movie got Denzel an Oscar. That scene from the movie was played on the Oscars. What do you think that did for his credibility as an actor? Hadn't acted one day in his life. What you think that did for his credibility as an actor? That made everybody say, yo, who is that big dude? I see, yeah, we all know Denzel. But who is the big dude that's mean mugging Denzel in that joint? Oh, his name is Terry Crews. All right, cool. Then he sees Ice Cube again. Guess what? Ice Cube remembered him because he was a good dude, showed gratitude while he was serving as a security guard. Very basic job, but I don't think people understand this part. And this is another lesson. It's another lesson. When you're in the middle of serving people or you're in the middle of a job that you might hate, right? And this is for everybody that might be at a job that you despise it. It's like, oh, every time I get up and go do this job, I just feel like I'm dying. Oh my God, right? We all go through that stuff. If you are going through that right now and you get up every morning dreading going to your job, I want you to think of your job in these three different places. Think of your job in these three different places, and all of these are different spots. First, I want you to look at your job as your investor. Shouts out to Storm Leroy. Storm Leroy that's like big bro, mentor. Shouts out to Storm Leroy. But he has a concept that says your job is your first investor. Without that investor, how difficult would it be for you to do certain things that you need to do? Especially if you're an artist and you got a 9-to-5, you got a regular, you need that job as your investor to invest into what you got going on. If you look at your job as an investor, you will treat it better. You'll treat it better. You'll treat your whole situation you'll treat it in a whole different space because you're gonna know. All right, well, guess what? With every investor, the investor has to get the return. And then after you get the return, you get what you got. You got what you wanted out the deal, and they get what they got out the deal, and y'all can part ways. You just break the partnership. But what most people look at their job as, most folk look at their job as, oh, that's a slave owner. I'm a slave of job. I'm a slave to this job. I can't stand being a slave to this job. Every morning I wake up, I can't. That's what most people do. Most people do that. I want y'all to change perspectives. That's the first thing. Your job is your first investor. Job is your first investor. Don't ever disrespect the place where you are. That's the second thing. Never disrespect the place where you are in life. This is in life. Never disrespect anything. There's always going to be something to learn when it comes to this game of life and leveling up and getting a bag and buying stuff and increasing your net worth. It's always going to be something in the process that we have to tend to. All I ask is don't disrespect the place where you are. Respect it. If you got a supervisor that's a little bit anal, try to do some digging. Yo, why everything good? Everything going on? You straight? I used to do this all the time. Anybody that was my superior at my 9-to-5, oh, I treat them like a family member. Sure did. Some of the other black folk, man, call, oh, you brown nosing. You're a coon. I heard all this stuff. But this is the thing. How many of these people have the grace to be able to go back, have the grace and the good standing where if you change industries and you want to offer your business to where you used to go, how many people could go back and offer their services to their old job? Think about that. How many people have the ability to create a business? In my case, I work for the county, right? In my case, I worked for the county for, 8 years roughly. I know for a fact, how I am with y'all, how I give on music reviews, how I give on this podcast, how I give in regular life. I know for a fact, if I ever went to that 9-to-5 job that I used to have, and I say, look, man, I know that y'all need somebody to come and paint this building, and I got a service painting this building. Can I give it a shot? Guess what? They're going to say, yeah, sure. I love you. Yo, Mike, you're amazing. How's the family? We ain't even going to talk about the money because I have the relationship equity with the people. That's what's missing. We have to have the equity of relationships with people. All right, so we got the first two things. All right. Do y'all remember the first one? Y'all remember the first two things on YouTube? Y'all remember the first two things? Now, the second one was don't disrespect the place where you are. That was the second one. Do you remember the first one? Remember your first one? Treat your business as your first, treat your job as your first investor. Right. Treat your job as your first investor. If you do that, you won't disrespect the investor. You're going to be like, oh, okay, we got something going on. Last but not least, always take the opportunity to serve people. Every time you get a chance, if it's just something simple, how a lot of dudes, they would call us simps for doing this now, which I think that's stupid. All of that is just stupid. It's the mentality of what's going on right now is made to divide people. The sooner we understand that, the better off we will be. Everything literally, when it comes to media, when it comes to music, when it comes to how people do certain things, everything that we do right now is made to divide people. I suggest, I want to bring to you this idea. If you fight every day to serve somebody, I guarantee you whatever your goals are and whatever your dreams are in life will be reached. All of the goals and all of the dreams will be reached. But you got to put serving people in the forefront. Same reason I see CEO J Cross keep commenting on the screen, right? CEO J Cross keep commenting on the screen. This guy I have never met in my life in person. I've never met CEO J Cross in person, right? Never met him in person. But from our relationship that's being built on TikTok, I know for a fact that I'm gonna charge $500 and up for coaching calls, right? I know for a fact I charge $500 and up for coaching calls off the rip, right? But CEO J Cross, I love this dude because he shows up for me. I attempt to show up for him. Guess what? When CEO J Cross said something about jumping on the line, I said, what I say, CEO? Tell the people in the chat what I said. Knowing that I charge $500 to $1,800, $2,000 for a coaching call. Tell the people what I said. Tell people what I said. Just tell. And this is my thing. Everybody on too. Oh, y'all can't see y'all can't see nothing. I told them just hit me up. I said let's book the session. Let's book a phone call and let's chop it up. I said let's just chop it up. Let's figure out what's going on. It don't hurt to give to people. It don't hurt to give to people. Everybody be on a freaking money hunt. This is the thing. This is another thing. Don't ever think because somebody is willing to give you something for free, that means they don't need it. I think that's something that trips people up too. Just because somebody is willing to give you something for free, don't mean that they don't need it. Whether that's time, whether that's money, whether that's resources. Don't think that if they're giving it to you, then they must not need it. Don't ever think that. Everybody, we have a really skewed point of view when it comes to being a human. We have a really skewed point of view, and I think we really, the sooner we can shake that up and put some parameters on that, we'll be good. We'll be good. All right, I got to end this joint. I got to land the plane, y'all. I got to land the plane. Anybody in the super chats, if y'all got any questions, I'm about to go to I'm going to the email now to see if anybody sent anything. Let's see. Let's go. All right. That is a different name. Stephanie Randy, what up? All right, so this works too. So if I can't physically talk to y'all on the phone, I'll just read y'all's message and then I'll respond to it. All right. So Stephanie Randy, what's up? I'm gonna talk to you right quick. Now y'all gonna see my reading skills. All right, here we go. Anyway, Stephanie Randy says, "What's up, Nito? I've attended your music review sessions, and I absolutely love what you do for the community. I started a business 3 years ago that is centered around cupcakes." Sounds like Cheryl. Started a business 3 years ago centered around cupcakes, and right now I'm currently making. Okay, she jumped straight to it. Currently making that much. What I'm having an issue with is posting on social media and the type of content that I should be posting to generate the traffic that I need to increase my dollar amount per week and per month or quarterly. What do you think? There's a lot, but okay, here we go. Shouts out to Stephanie Randy. So look, Stephanie, if you're looking at this on a playback on YouTube, I think you have to stop thinking of cupcakes as just cupcakes. When you have a business that's centered around hospitality or a product, you can't just think of your product when you're offering it to people. And when I say you can't think about your product when you're offering it to people, you have to know that the product is good, for one. You got to take that concept off the table. If you already know that the product is good, clearly it's good because you're making money from it already. Clearly it's good because you're making money from it. So now that we know that you're making money from it, I want to ask you this question. How much of your process have you been documenting? Same thing I told Cheryl. Cheryl is somebody I would consider as a part of my community. But how much of the process have you been documenting? If you have not been documenting the process, then it's going to be very difficult for you to generate the traffic or build the brand awareness where people start to not only support your page via a follow, or people start to, I don't know if you have a brick or mortar, you didn't put that in the email, but we're going to go with it. I don't know how much stuff that you're doing to build your business so far, but I'm going to tell you this. Document your process. Post the documentation of that process and start getting people to respond to the process. Something that I could suggest you do, but I don't know what type of bakery business you got going on. Start giving out some ideas for recipes. If you know that Thanksgiving is coming up, right? And I'm just using Thanksgiving. That's some ways off. So I don't want you to just use Thanksgiving. That's too long. But let's take the holiday, the idea of Thanksgiving. We know Thanksgiving is coming up. Start giving out the best. This is the best sweet potato pie recipe that you'll ever have in your life. This is the best sweet potato pie recipe you'll ever have in your life. And then you just start busting down the ingredients. And you're recording the ingredients. You mix this, you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. Then at the end of the video, this is your call to action. At the end of your video, say, if you want one of my sweet potatoes, make sure you go ahead and hit me in the DM. Shoot me a DM. Or if you're on TikTok, send me an inbox. I'm going to get that sweet potato sent out to you. Because this is what I think a lot of people, they misunderstand. Because people like me are people like my wife, are people that's kind of in the artsy space. Because we like to cook does not mean that everybody likes to cook. You might have some people where you just gave them some food porn. It's just food, right? And they say, well, look, I'm a corporate exec. I have no intentions on cooking your sweet potato pie. I'm going to definitely buy it from you, though. And now you just landed a 3-order purchase. You have somebody that just ordered 3 sweet potato pies from you because they saw your content. So don't ever think it's just the content. Now the flip side, to take it a step further, after the people buy your product, whether it's the cupcakes, sweet potato pies, pound cake, whatever you got going on, after the people purchase the product, how easy is the process? I want to know what type of process it takes. Like, do they have to click on 10 pages to get to checkout? Do they have to, like, what's the buyer experience? We got to see what that looks like. This is why you should book a coaching call with me. This is why you should book a coaching call or join my lucrative community. But I'm giving it to you now. What is the process like when people are going to check out and buy your product? You got to look at that. And then don't be afraid to send out questionnaires and asking the people's input. All right, when you bought the sweet potato pie, or you bought these cupcakes, what was your experience? How was the buyer experience? 1 to 10. If they click 10, all right, cool, we got that knocked out. Then you even take it a step further. After I delivered the pie, if you're in the same city, after I delivered the pie, or one of my representatives delivered the pie, how was the experience with the person that delivered the pie? Were they friendly? How was their attire? Were they dressed properly? Did they smell good? Take small notes. These are the small notes that you could take when building your business, and it'll take you a whole long ways. Because guess what? If you got good product, you got a good social media presence, you got people already buying your product, you got people that work for you, that smell good, that deliver on time, that look like something. You got all of these pluses going for your brand. How difficult do you think it will be for you to get an investor to want to invest in your business and go and take you from $3,500 a month to $35,000 a month? They will do that every day because they're going to look at your process. They're going to say, okay, you got a standard operating procedure. You got that going on. You got a commerce site. You actually have a brick and mortar. You actually got employees. Okay, cool. You got this, and you already making money. You look like you only need about $500,000 from me. That's how an investor would think. If they could put money into what you got going on and take you further, then they'll put money into that. But what a lot of people do is they create a product, they create a brand, and they start complaining about how many people don't support them. The weirdest thing ever. They start complaining about how many people don't support them. And I'll be like, of course they're not going to support you. They don't know nothing about you. They don't know nothing about your brand. They haven't had a chance to try your product, chicken on a stick. It's a lot of variables that go into this. But if you need me, Miss Randy, if you need me, shoot me an email. I would love to jump on a coaching call with you and take it further. I would love to jump on a coaching call with you and take it further. All right, let me see if anybody got anything on TikTok. Let's see. Bella, Barbelli, what up? Hey, Crazy Randy, what up? I don't know. So anybody else before we jump off for this podcast episode need any help with your business? I told y'all I was doing 3 businesses. I'm trying to help 3 businesses when I do these pods. For one, same thing when I tell y'all. This is me giving away the free. This is me giving away the stuff for the free. This is me giving away the stuff for the free. All right. So if y'all got a small business, and also if you're thinking, let's do this, because I know some people might be a little bit shy. If you're thinking of a small business, think of it, come back to the next podcast. Think about it. Come back to the next podcast. I'm going to be helping 3 businesses every pod. Every time I open this podcast up, I'm going to be helping 3 businesses. Today it was just one because she was the only one that sent the email. I'm going to check the email before I jump off again. You say Facebook is down because of election day. Uh-oh. Now, my Instagram was down. My Instagram is still down on the laptop, y'all. Yeah, my Instagram is down. So there must be a meta situation. All the meta stuff is down. My stuff is down. Wow. I thought it was just me. Because all of those clips that I had with Terry Crews and all that stuff is down. I'm checking the email. Everybody on YouTube, what's up? We still here. All my audio listener, we still here. Okay, we got another business. I guess we'll do 2 businesses. All right, Mikey. All right, Mikey. Are you in the chat? Hey, Mike, are you in the chat on TikTok or on YouTube? If so, I would love for you to be here live and not just send me the email of your business. Okay, he's not here on YouTube. I don't see him on TikTok. I'll still help him out. This might help somebody else in the future. All right, let me read Mike's email and we're going to talk about it. Mike says, I started a t-shirt line 3 months ago, and currently I'm not making any money, and I'm struggling to figure out what to post on my social media. Right now, I'm thinking of marketing to rappers, other e-commerce stores, and brands. You got to learn how to type a little bit better, Mike. So you're looking to market to artists, e-commerce brands, and I'm gonna just say other businesses. All right, and you don't know what to post. Do this. I'm gonna tell you this. What up, Fabian? What up? If you are trying to figure out what to post with your t-shirt line, I'm gonna always suggest give something away for free. But when you give stuff away for free, make sure you put the contingency in there. The contingency is whoever's receiving the product has to be willing to be recorded. They got to be willing to be recorded. That's the trade-off. Because this is the thing. I'm not going to squash your brand. But I believe that anytime somebody is trying to sell merch, it has to be somebody attached to it. You have to have a strong personal brand for people to want to spend money with you. I.e. with me, I always put me in the equation because I feel like I'm the biggest downfall and I'm the biggest win. I'm on both sides of the spectrum. I know it. So for me for instance, I had a saying. This is probably Fabian. How long ago did I start saying poverty music? Was it about 3 weeks ago? CEO J Cross was about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, 3 weeks ago. But anyway, and this is for Mikey. I was saying, stop making poverty music. And everybody in my music reviews will laugh. We make it a joke. But I came up with the term, but then I started putting definition to the term, right? I put definition to the term, this whole poverty music idea. Well, guess what? The people that visit my music reviews are the people that might see my clips online, are the people when I actually do get booked to do some speaking engagements, or I get some panel engagements. I'm going to wear some type of stop making poverty music. The reason why, I know that the statement can hit home for a lot of people. I know that the statement hits home. If I say poverty music, everybody in the chat, everybody on YouTube automatically has an idea of what poverty music looks like, what the artist looks like, what it sounds like, and what areas it will probably be in. It's going to be in the hood. Everybody knows it, right? So how easy would it be for me to sell merch that says stop making poverty music? Very easy, because it's a statement that's attached to the brand. And then guess what? That also lines up with my overall brand. My overall brand is the Mad Lucrative Network. How can you be lucrative and live in poverty at the same time. It's not possible. How can you be lucrative and live in poverty at the same time? It's not possible. So all of these things line up with my brand, so it makes it easy for me to offer, because we don't sell. I don't sell stuff. It's easy for me to offer merch to somebody and they say, oh, that's a pretty clever thing. I like that. Let me go ahead and buy it. They don't have to think about it. So, Mike, I think you're going to have to figure out what the mission is for your business. You're going to have to figure out what the mission is for your business. Figure out what your process looks like, because it's always important. Once you figure out the process, the mission, I don't know what your price points look like, document all of this stuff. Even document how you came up with your price points. And then get input. A lot of people are afraid to put these type of conversations out online because it makes you look vulnerable. But it's crazy that every time you look vulnerable online and you're okay with showing that insecurity, it's amazing how many people want to be attached to what you got going on. Think about it like that. Every time you're willing to be vulnerable and show that level of vulnerability and transparency, people want to get attached to that. Why do you think that is? They can trust, maybe because they can trust you. Maybe they know that you got their best interest in heart and mind. Maybe they just know that you're a pretty cool guy or girl. But we got to stop being hungry for the sale. The faster we get out of that mindset where it's poverty, because look, we got poverty music, but we got poverty mindsets too that I ain't even touched that. That's a whole nother bag right there. Poverty mindset, again, I like to resort to Myron Golden. Poverty mindset says everybody got to get their piece of the pie. And once the pie is gone, ain't no more pie. Right? But what Myron Golden would say is, no, it's not everybody get a piece of the pie. It's not everybody get a piece of the pie. It's everybody can own a piece of the garden. And every time you eat the fruit from the garden, it exposes the seed. You plant the seed, you not only get the piece of fruit that you ate, it's going to get multiple fruits and vegetables from that one seed. Because you ate that one apple. You got multiple seeds in that apple. You ain't going to just grow one apple back. You're going to grow a tree. The tree is going to do what? Have plenty of apples that's going to come from that one tree. That's the thing. Like, we got to switch the mindset. Get the whole idea of it ain't enough for everybody to win. Everybody's trying to take my spot. No, that's their spot. You might understand their spot. Their spot might even look real similar to your spot. Their spot might look very similar to your spot, but guess what? Everybody still got their own spot. They got their own space. Even when I do music reviews, I might jump on Timbaland, and I enjoy doing it. It's fun. It's fun for me to do that. But I realize my audience is not Timbaland's audience. I govern myself that way. My audience ain't his audience. So why would I do a music review trying to act like him? That don't benefit me. If anything, it made me look crazy. If anything, it makes me look crazy because it looks like I'm trying to compete. And then that goes back to the first thing. How can I compete with somebody's day 100 if I'm on my day 20? You'll never compete with somebody's day 100 if you're on your day 20. Because guess what? When they get to their day 200, you on your day 40. They get to their day 400, you on your day 80. It's gonna always be a wide range of, oh, they got this going on. So stop sizing yourselves up to the next person. Stop doing it. The faster you do that and you start working on yourself and you figure out how much stuff you can offer people, not only for free, but offer people things of value for free. Y'all listen. All right, we gotta cut it. Tim said, this man is cooking. I appreciate you, yo. Angela said, I got so many notes. I didn't even know you were taking notes, but thank you. Krista, what's up? What's up? I ain't even see you in here. You said, this is so good, sir. I'm first. Oh, you're a newbie? Welcome. 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 So, yeah, this is, Krista, since this is your first time here, this is me all the time. This is me all the time. I don't know how to turn it off. Like, I'm this at the grocery store. I'm this 24/7. I don't know how to turn it off. So whenever you see me online, if you follow me, go follow me on TikTok. Go follow me on TikTok. Go follow me on Instagram. I got 2 pages on both. You can follow Magneto7, MAGNEDO number 7, MAGNEDO number 7 on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook and on Threads. And then you can also follow the Mad Lucrative Network. That's what you're listening to right now. This is the Mad Lucrative Podcast. So the Mad Lucrative Network is that on TikTok. Please follow the TikTok, especially TikTok, because I just started that page this week. And I'm trying to divide out the content. I'm dividing up the content. All right. So, yeah, I appreciate you. Tim said, I'm definitely downloading this recession prep kit. Please do. I be forgetting about my ebook sometimes. I be forgetting. Everybody on YouTube, I have a few ebooks. You can download the recession prep kit. I really wrote that for a lot of my business owners that might want to transition into the creative space. I wrote that for those people. That's called the recession prep kit. Honestly, that is like some of a side hustler's dream. Y'all need to download that, especially now. Everybody's going to be going through some course correction. And I didn't even get a chance to talk about all of the different studios that's stopping the money. We could talk about that. I might do an extra pod Friday. I'm trying to cut down on my pods, honestly. I'm trying to cut down because I have so much content. I got so much content being recorded on a consistent basis. I don't have enough time or days of the week to put the content out. I got that much content. So, yeah, we got a lot going on. Facebook, Instagram are down due to cyber attack. Yep. And see, this is the thing. I'm going to keep telling people the same thing, bro. We have to build our own infrastructure. If you ain't got your own website, you ain't got your own brand, you ain't got your own products, and you got people coming to your page consistently. If this site, Facebook, TikTok, if all of this stuff goes away, where you gonna land? And we're gonna end it with that. All right. Just think about it, but we're gonna end it with that. All right, I'll see y'all next week. Peace.